Welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today we are going to explore the fascinating history of the Philippine 25 Sentimo coin issued in the year 2002. At first glance, it might just seem like a small coin with little value, but if we take a closer look, this coin actually carries with it a deep historical background, cultural symbolism, and an important role in the evolution of Philippine currency. Let's dive deep and discover the amazing story behind this coin. The 25 Sentimo 2002 belongs to the BSP coin series, which was introduced in 1995 by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. This series was the official set of coins used for circulation until 2017, when the new generation currency coin series replaced it. Each coin in the series was designed not only for daily transactions, but also to highlight Philippine national symbols. On the obverse side of the 2002 25 Sentimo, we find the image of a catman flower, a native Philippine plant known for its round fruit and medicinal uses. This choice of design reflects the country's rich biodiversity and the government's effort to showcase indigenous flora. The catman flower is rarely highlighted in other forms of national symbolism, which makes this coin particularly special. The reverse side of the coin features the official seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. This seal represents the authority of the central bank in maintaining the stability of the Philippine currency system. By placing the BSP seal on the coin, it affirms trust and authenticity in every piece of currency circulated. The coin was made from brass-bladed steel, a material chosen to balance durability with affordability. This gave the coin a distinct golden color, making it easy for people to recognize among other denominations. The golden look also gave it a sense of value even though it was just 25 centavos. The early 2000s was a period of significant economic and political transitions in the Philippines. The 25 Sentimo of 2002 circulated during the administration of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. At this time, the Philippine economy faced challenges like fluctuating currency value, yet coins like the 25 Sentimo continued to serve their everyday purpose in markets, jeepneys, and sari-sari stores. For many Filipinos, the 25 Sentimo coin was part of childhood memories. In the early 2000s, it could still buy a piece of candy, a banana cue stick, or contribute to small savings in a piggy bank. Although its purchasing power was modest, its value in the lives of ordinary Filipinos was undeniable. Collectors today look at the 25 Sentimo 2002 with interest because it represents the second phase of modern Philippine coinage. Unlike older coins that carried images of national heroes, this one shifted focus to native plants, showing a different form of national pride. Another unique aspect of the coin is its small size and light weight. We are diving deep into the history of the Philippine 25 Sentimo coin from 1981, a coin that may look small in value, but when explored closely, carries a fascinating story of heritage, identity, and the Philippines' economic journey. Get ready, because the more we unfold its past, the more you will realize how much history is packed into this tiny piece of metal. The 25 Sentimo coin of 1981 belongs to the Ang Bagong Lipunan, or the New Society series, introduced during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos. This series was launched in 1975 and represented not just a monetary reform but also a political statement. The term Bagong Lipunan symbolized Marcos' vision of a restructured society after he declared martial law in 1970. By 1981, the Philippines was in a transitional phase. The martial law period was still ongoing, and the economy faced many struggles. The 25 Sentimo coin reflected this moment, being both a tool of everyday exchange and a reminder of the regime's ideology. Coins like this weren't just money, they were also instruments of state propaganda. The obverse of the 1981-5 Sentimo coin features the portrait of Juan Luna, one of the Philippines' most celebrated heroes. Luna was a revolutionary painter, political activist, and patriot who used his art to inspire freedom during the Spanish colonial era. His most famous painting, Spoliarium, is still regarded as a national treasure. By placing his image on the coin, the government reminded Filipinos of their enduring struggle for independence and cultural pride. On the reverse side, you'll find the coin's denomination, 25 Sentimo, the year of issue, and the seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, also known as Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The seal itself symbolizes stability and authority, making the coin a representation of both heritage and economic governance. Made primarily from copper nickel, The 25 Sentimo coin of 1981 was small in size but strong in durability, at a time when inflation was becoming a concern. Coins like this helped sustain everyday transactions for public transportation fares, small goods in local markets, and neighborhood stores known as sari-sari stores. What makes this coin even more fascinating is how it fits into the evolution of Philippine coinage. Before decimalization in 1967, the Philippines used centavos, a system influenced by American coinage, but after reforms, the term Sentimo was officially adopted to reflect Filipino identity more strongly. By 1981, the 25 Sentimo had become a regular part of daily life, showing how language, culture, and money were deeply intertwined. Reform, yet also carried the timeless image of Juan Luna, a hero who fought for freedom. Interestingly, these coins were mass-produced, which makes them relatively common in circulated conditions, but uncirculated or proof versions, often kept as collectibles, hold greater value for numismatists. Their shine, detail, and preservation make them highly desirable. The 25 Sentimo 1981 also provides a glimpse into the central bank's role in shaping the national economy. At the time, the bank was responsible for stabilizing the peso and ensuring smooth circulation of money, a difficult task during years of economic challenges. For historians, the coin is more than just currency. It's a piece of tangible evidence of how governments project power and heritage through everyday items. Marcos' administration knew that coins could carry messages as strongly as speeches or posters. Even the choice of metal mattered. Copper nickel was not only cost-effective but also durable, ensuring the coins lasted 3 years of heavy use. This decision reflected practicality in economic policy while still maintaining a standard of quality. Another layer of significance lies in its size and denomination. 25 Sentimo was often used in exact change for jeepney rides or small snacks, embedding itself into daily life. Generations of Filipinos would have memories tied to this coin. School children buying candies, workers paying fares, or families saving loose change in jars. In global numismatics, the 1981 Philippine 25 Sentimo coin stands as an example of how developing nations use coinage to strengthen national identity. Collectors outside the Philippines often treasure it as part of world coin collections, admiring both its design and its historical story. Some of these coins today can still be found in flea markets, antique shops, and online platforms. On collector websites, prices vary depending on condition, but they are usually affordable, making them an accessible way for enthusiasts to own a piece of Philippine history. For the younger generation, discovering the 25 Sentimo 1981 can be an educational journey. It bridges the past with the present, showing how money isn't just about buying and selling, it's about remembering who we are and where we came from. Imagine the countless stories connected to this coin, the hands it passed through, the daily struggles it represented, the children who held it tightly, and the history it silently carried. That is the beauty of numismatics, finding meaning in the smallest details. And when we zoom out even further, the 25 Sentimo coin becomes a part of the Philippines' wider journey in shaping its national identity, recovering from colonial history, and striving for independence in every aspect, including its money. Today, this coin serves as a reminder that even the smallest denominations carry weight, not just in transactions, but in culture and history. Coins world. Today we dive into the long and fascinating journey of the Philippine 25 Sentimo coin of 1987, a small denomination that carries within it layers of history, culture, and national identity. This coin may look simple, but its story is anything but ordinary. By the time you finish this video, you'll see how 25 Sentimo coin minted in 1987 reflects not only the economy of its time but also the broader political and social landscape of the Philippines. The 25 Sentimo 1987 coin was introduced shortly after one of the most transformative events in Philippine history, the People Power Revolution of 1986, with the fall of Ferdinand Marcos and the rise of Corazon Aquino as the country's first female president. The Philippines entered a new chapter of democracy. This coin, minted under the new government, carried with it the spirit of transition and renewal. On its obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Juan Luna, one of the greatest Filipino painters and patriots. Luna's works, especially his masterpiece, Spoliarium, embodied themes of struggle, sacrifice, and hope for freedom. Having his face engraved on the coin was a powerful choice, connecting everyday currency with the cultural pride and revolutionary fervor of the Filipino people. The reverse of the 1987 25 Sentimo coin bore the seal of the Central Bank of the Philippines, an institution that was tasked with rebuilding economic stability. After years of turbulence under martial law, coins such as these were not only used for small purchases but also symbolized the government's attempts to create a sense of normalcy in a recovering nation. Made from copper nickel, the coin was durable enough for circulation across decades. In 1987, 25 Sentimo was a meaningful denomination. Jeepney fares, candies, and small market items often involved this coin, making it an everyday necessity for millions of Filipinos. The introduction of this coin also reflected a broader effort to redefine national identity. Gone were the Ang Bagong Lipunan inscriptions that had dominated coins under Marcos. Instead, the new coinage placed emphasis on heroes and symbols of pride that transcended political regimes. The coin's design carried a clean, straightforward aesthetic. Luna's portrait was sharp and dignified, surrounded by inscriptions that highlighted his name and the coin's value. On the reverse, the central bank's seal reinforced trust in the government's ability to stabilize the peso. The year 1987 was crucial for the Philippines. It was the time of rebuilding democratic institutions, writing a new constitution, and setting the direction for the country's future. Thus, every coin minted during this period represented not just monetary exchange but also the people's renewed hope for democracy. From a collector's standpoint, the 1987 25 Sentimo coin has become a popular item. While not extremely rare due to its mass production, uncirculated versions or coins preserved series not to be confused with the NGC banknotes. It reflects the modernization of Philippine coinage and a shift toward practical and cost-effective currency production for everyday use. As a subunit of the Philippine peso, the 25 Sentimo coin serves as a fractional denomination, primarily used in giving exact change. By 2014, however, its real-world value had significantly declined due to inflation. Still, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) continued to produce it to meet legal tender requirements and promote transactional accuracy. Throughout Philippine history, coin designs evolved through Spanish, American, Japanese, and Republican periods. The 25 Sentimo coin, specifically, was first introduced in modern form in the 1960s. By 2014, it had undergone several design transformations from the Ang Bagong Lipunan ABL series to the improved Flora and Fauna series, and finally to the modern BSP series. The 2014 version belongs to the BSP coin series, which was introduced in the mid-1990s and phased out gradually by 2018 in favor of the NGC coin series. This version was notable for its simple modern design. Unlike earlier coins, this version did not feature a Filipino hero or plant, animal, but focused on clarity and usability. The reverse backside proudly displays the logo of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, which was revised in 2010. This logo includes the Philippine eagle features 3 stars and a sun, echoing the Philippine flag represents the central monetary authority of the country. This coin was made using brass-bladed steel, which gave it a golden color while remaining cost-efficient. The 2014 version emphasized cost efficiency and anti-counterfeiting. BSP M2 reduced the cost of minting low-value coins, improved machine readability for use in vending machines and transport systems, prepare for an eventual transition to the NGC coin series. Although legal tender, the 25 Sentimo coin in 2014 was rarely used in daily transactions. Most Filipinos considered it to have very little purchasing power. However, it remained important for precise change-making in public transport, utility billing machines, banks, and toll booths requiring centavo precision. While exact mintage numbers for 2014 are not always publicly disclosed by BSP, the coin was mass-produced. It was one of the last years of full production, before being slowly replaced by the NGC coin series in 2018. 2014, inflation had significantly reduced the practical use of centavo coins. Items costing only 25 centavos